Hey everybody and welcome back to Altitude Hoops. Today I'll be explaining why I believe Blake Griffin to the Brooklyn Nets is not good for the NBA, and how we appear to be regressing back to a time where the Warriors had 4 All-Stars on the roster, and everything seemed to be a bit predetermined. But before we get into that, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video for more content like this, and let's get right into it. Now to start off, I know Blake Griffin is not the Lob City Blake of the past. Injuries have taken away a lot of his athleticism over the years and has become more of a post-up player who can shoot the ball from deep. And it's good to see that he's adapted to the modern NBA by getting more of a three-point game and not relying so much on his athleticism like he used to. But in 20 games this season, he's averaged 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. But I wouldn't put too much stock into that because going into the season, I'm sure Blake didn't have high expectations with the Pistons, considering their questionable, to say the least, offseason moves, and their lackluster roster even in a whittled-down Eastern Conference. Blake Griffin now, if healthy in my opinion, is still a solid third or fourth option on a really good playoff team. And what do you know, the Nets are a really good playoff team with 3 superstars, DeAndre Jordan, who's his former crime partner with the Clippers, and a lights-out shooter in Joe Harris. And I think unfortunately we are heading back to how it was when the Warriors super team was dominating the league, as this team is very top heavy, still with little bench depth, but is not needed as badly as some other teams, and both have involved Kevin Durant. I know LeBron kinda made forming a super team cool, even though the Celtics were the originators with KG, Pierce, and Ray Allen, but KD has followed in LeBron's footsteps to take this concept to a whole nother level. At least with LeBron's teams, whether it was in Miami or Cleveland, there were at least some wiggle room to have some competition there. You know, you had the Pacers were good, the West had the Spurs, OKC, Golden State, the Clippers, all competitive, but it appears to be turning into Brooklyn and LA, the 2 largest media markets out there, as the only ones capable of winning it all with signings like this. I mean, you could argue that the Nets were already the favorite to win it all, and Blake is just an insurance policy. The Nets maybe needed a backup center, some size, which Blake, if healthy, is kinda overkill. I'm sure they would have managed with Jeff Green playing 25 minutes a night for him in the backup role, and even with their defensive liabilities, the amount of shot-making ability on this team makes up for it no problem. And now you even have the Lakers eyeing Andre Drummond, if he's bought out, to counter the Nets. But this is still consolidation at the top of the league, and all the free agents who are worth a damn are signing with these teams. I mean, I just want some balance in the NBA, which I think makes the product a lot more watchable. But the amount of money in the league right now ultimately will end up in less viewership in my opinion. You see the league have no problem crapping on smaller markets as long as LeBron is happy, and I'll link a video that I recently did that touches on that a bit. And unless you're a Lakers fan or a Nets fan, this move should worry you. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Is this Blake signing bad for the league in general, or is Blake so far past his prime this won't make enough of a difference to matter? I think he's still solid enough of a player to really put them over the top in the East. I still think Embiid will give them massive problems. They end up facing each other in the East Finals, considering how Blake doesn't really help their defense at all. But if Blake is at least 70 to 80%, I think this is basically over. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subbing to the channel for more content like this. I'll link a recent video here if you're interested to see what the Jazz have gone through recently, and we'll talk to you guys next time.